What a beautiful morning here in the island of Samos. I've woken up to my starter having doubled in size and I'm really keen on using that today. I fed it last night, I had cleaned its jar, I popped it into a new jar and it doubled in size this morning, and it's got some beautiful air bubbles in it. So I'll be making a loaf of bread today to see how we go with this new starter in Greece. So in my bowl I've added my 330 grams of water and I've popped the 100 grams of starter, given it a mix to form a milky liquid, and then I've added my 500 grams of flour and 7 grams of salt. And that's as easy as it is for one loaf of bread. So I give that a mix until it forms like a shaggy dough. So a shaggy dough is really just combined, doesn't need to be mixed thoroughly. And then I'll leave it rest for an hour. So my starter's been resting for about an hour and I start my first stretch and folds. I wet my hands and I just literally stretch it and fold it 4 times around. And I will then let this sit for another half an hour and repeat this process 3 more times. Okay, so we're just getting ready to go out for the day, and I'm going to do my final stretch and fold. The dough's looking really nice actually, I'm really happy with that. So stretch and fold. It's going to be a scorcher, well, hot again. It's kind of hot all the time here, every day without fail. It's so different to home. And we're just going to go out for a coffee, bit of a, I don't know, pancake, waffle, yogurt, whatever tickles our fancy. So there it is. I'm going to cover that, let that rest for hours, and when I come back I'll pop it in its banneton. Here's my scoring for my bread. I'm just doing some random wheat scores with a big slit down the middle, and we'll see how this looks when it bakes. I'm doing my 7-minute score, which is simply doing another scoring after it's been in the oven for 7 minutes. It develops a bit of a skin. Excuse me, because I don't have a proper scorer here. I'm just using a knife, which you can do, but it's just a little bit harder. There you go. Pop it back in for about 25 and take out our water bath and bake for another 10. Okay, so we are back. Our bread is out of the oven. It looks like this. I am not ecstatic about it, but for a first go, I'm trying to test out what the oven looks like here, how it works. So let's cut this open and see what it looks like. Bored, as you could tell earlier, with my knife because I don't have a razor here. I just want to show you how it looks. You don't get the beautiful crisp lines through that, so I need to go and find some razors here so I can make that work nicely and see if it makes a difference to the rise of the bread. It's got a nice crunch. It's just the texture I'm more concerned about. So let's give this a go. It's a little bit dense to my liking. Not many holes in there, but I think that's just the maturity of the starter as well. I'm sure it'll taste good because it feels kind of soft, so let's butter her up. I love lots of butter on my bread. Tastes good, but I'll keep going. Make sure I get some holes in my bread.